Matthew Arnold. First question. Who was Matthew Arnold? English poet and cultural critic during Victorian era. Second question. Matthew Arnold born and died. Born 24th December 1822. Died 15th April 1888. Third question. Arnold worked as an dash inspector of schools for 25 years. Fourth question. Who was the father of Matthew Arnold? Thomas Arnold, the celebrated headmaster of Rugby School. Fifth question. Matthew Arnold has been characterized as a sage writer. Sixth question. What is Arnold period and genre? Victorian period. Genre: the poetry, literary, social and religious criticism. Seventh question. What are the notable works? Dover Beach, The Scholar Gypsy, Thyris, Culture and Anarchy, Literature and Dogma, The Study of Poetry. Eighth question. Who is known as critic's critic? Matthew Arnold. Ninth question. What is the critical summary of Arnold, The Study of Poetry? Arnold terms poetry as criticism of life, thereby refuting the accusation of Plato, and says that as time goes on, man will continue to find comfort and solace in poetry. 10th question. What is Arnold's touchstone method of criticism? Comparative method of criticism. 11th question. What was Arnold's criticism of Wordsworth? Wordsworth could never be a truly great and permanent poet of the stature that Coleridge had suggested there might be. 12th question. What is Matthew Arnold's theory of poetry? Arnold defines poetry as a criticism of life under condition fixed for such a criticism by the law of poetic truth and poetic beauty. 13th question. Who introduced the touchstone method in criticism? Matthew Arnold. His touchstone method, published in The Study of Poetry 1880. 14th question. Arnold introduced dash scientific objective to critical evaluation. 15th question. T.S. Eliot praised Arnold's objective approach to critical evaluation. 16th question. Matthew Arnold, the most influential of the Victorian critic, has been characterized by dash David Deutsch as the great modern critic. 17th question. Matthew Arnold has often called dash the forgotten Victorian. 18th question. According to Arnold, criticism did not come from branch of philosophy. It was not even a craft, it was form of art, the art of judgment. 19th question. According to Arnold, poetry interrupts life in two ways. Poetry is interpretive by having natural magic in it and moral profundity. 20th question. Arnold puts Wordsworth in the front rank not for his poetry but for his dash criticism of life. 21. Arnold says that Pope and Dryden are not poet classic but prose classics of 18th century. 22. Arnold about Robert Burns. Like Chaucer, Burns lacks high poetic seriousness, though his poems have poetic truth in diction and movement. 23. What is the role of critic according to Arnold? To create a favorable atmosphere for the creative genius of future. 24. What are the qualifications of a critic according to Arnold? Every critic should try and possess one great literature, at least besides his own, and more unlike his own the better. 25th question. Who is the first great English critic poet? Matthew Arnold.